20 genius kitchen hacks you've never heard of. Alright, let's dive right in. Ever struggled with flipping pancakes? Here's a trick. Use a squeeze bottle to pour your batter. It gives you better control and makes flipping a breeze. Trust me, you'll get perfect pancakes every time. Now moving on to hack number 2. Keeping your greens fresh can be quite the challenge, right? Well, here's a simple solution. Store your leafy greens with a paper towel in the container. The paper towel absorbs excess moisture, keeping your greens crisp and fresh for much longer. Give it a try. And now hack number 3. Peeling garlic can be a real hassle, but it doesn't have to be. Just place the garlic cloves in a jar, close the lid, and shake vigorously. The skins will come right off. It's super easy and saves you a ton of time. Ever get teary-eyed while chopping onions? Here's a simple trick to keep those tears at bay. Just chill your onions in the fridge for about 15 minutes before cutting. The cold helps to reduce the release of the tear-inducing chemicals. Give it a try and say goodbye to onion tears. Struggling with bits of eggshell in your bowl? No worries, here's a quick fix. Use a larger piece of eggshell to scoop out the smaller bits. The shell acts like a magnet, making it easier to grab those pesky pieces. It's fast, efficient, and you'll never have to fish around with your fingers again. Want perfectly sliced cherry tomatoes in no time? Here's a neat trick. Place a handful of tomatoes between 2 plastic lids, gently press down, and slice through the gap with a sharp knife. You'll get evenly sliced tomatoes in seconds, perfect for salads and garnishes. Easy, right? Alright, so you know those store-bought non-stick sprays? Well, you can actually make your own at home, and it's super simple. All you need is some water, a bit of vegetable oil, and a spray bottle. Just mix 1 part oil with 5 parts water, give it a good shake, and voila! You've got a homemade non-stick spray that's not only effective but also free of any unnecessary chemicals. Plus, it saves you a few bucks. Pretty neat, right? Now let's talk about keeping herbs fresh. It can be a bit of a challenge, but here's a trick. Chop up your herbs and place them into an ice cube tray. Then fill the tray with olive oil and freeze it. Whenever you need fresh herbs, just pop out a cube and toss it into your pan. This method not only preserves the herbs but also infuses your dishes with a burst of flavor. Handy, isn't it? And finally, let's make juicing citrus fruits a breeze. Before you cut into your lemons, limes, or oranges, give them a good roll on the countertop, pressing down slightly. This helps to break down the membranes inside and makes the juice flow more freely. Then, when you cut and squeeze them, you'll get way more juice with much less effort. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright folks, here's a nifty trick for you. Ever get frustrated with sticky ingredients like honey or syrup sticking to your measuring cups? Well, here's a hack for that. Simply coat the measuring cup with a bit of cooking spray before you pour in those sticky ingredients. Trust me, they'll slide right out, and you'll save yourself some cleaning hassle. Now, if peeling potatoes feels like a chore, you're going to love this next tip. Boil your potatoes with the skin on for just a few minutes. Then transfer them to a bowl of ice water. The skins will loosen up and you can easily slide them off with your hands. It's quick, it's easy, and it makes peeling potatoes a breeze. And finally, let's talk bacon. Who doesn't love perfectly cooked bacon, right? Here's the secret. Lay your bacon strips on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and bake them in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 20 minutes. You'll get evenly cooked, crispy bacon every time. No more greasy stovetop mess, just delicious, perfectly cooked bacon. Alright, so let's talk about making your own buttermilk at home. It's super simple. All you need is milk and a bit of vinegar or lemon juice. Just mix 1 cup of milk with 1 tablespoon of either vinegar or lemon juice. Stir it up, let it sit for about 10 minutes, and voila, you've got yourself some homemade buttermilk. Now, who hasn't struggled with rock-hard brown sugar? Here's a little trick to keep it soft. Just toss a slice of bread or a few marshmallows into the container with your brown sugar. The moisture from the bread or marshmallows will keep the sugar nice and soft. Easy, right? Grating cheese can be a bit of a hassle, but I've got a tip to make it easier. Pop your cheese in the freezer for about 15 to 20 minutes before grating. It firms up the cheese, making it much easier to grate without it getting all mushy. Give it a try next time. Have you ever been frustrated by pots boiling over? Well, here's a simple trick to prevent that. Just place a wooden spoon across the top of your pot. The spoon will break the bubbles as they rise, stopping the water from spilling over. It's a small change that makes a big difference. Need to ripen an avocado quickly? No problem. Simply place the avocado in a brown paper bag with a banana or an apple. The ethylene gas released by these fruits will speed up the ripening process. In about a day or so, your avocado will be perfectly ripe and ready to enjoy. Hey there! Ever struggled with getting all those pesky corn silks off? Well, here's a quick and easy hack for you. Just pop the whole cob, husk and all, into the microwave for about 4 minutes. Once it's done, let it cool a bit, then grab the husk and silk at the top and give it a little shake. The corn should slide right out silk-free. Easy, right? Alright, let's talk about poached eggs. They can be a bit tricky, but I've got a foolproof method for you. First, bring a pot of water to a gentle simmer and add a splash of vinegar. Crack your egg into a small bowl, then create a gentle whirlpool in the water with a spoon. Carefully slide the egg into the center of the whirlpool. Let it cook for about 3 to 4 minutes and voila, you've got yourself a perfectly poached egg. Now if you love baking as much as I do, you'll appreciate this next hack. Making your own vanilla extract is super simple and much more flavorful than the store-bought kind. All you need are some vanilla beans and a bottle of vodka. Split the beans lengthwise, drop them into the vodka, and let it sit in a cool, dark place for at least a month. Give it a shake every now and then, and soon you'll have rich, homemade vanilla extract that will take your baking to the next level. And there you have it, folks. A bunch of handy kitchen hacks to make your cooking experience smoother and more enjoyable. Remember, the kitchen is a place for creativity and fun, so don't be afraid to experiment. Thanks for joining me, and happy cooking.